Okay.
Whoa. Did you just see someone charge his computer?
No, not what you think. It's the opposite.
Oh, okay.
Bare gospel stuff. I know it's he's practicing.
Okay.
The volume.
Yeah, you can play it. You can play it, bro. Turn it up. Full blast. Who is this?
Silverchair.
Silverchair. Okay.
The only way to get there is to go straight down. There's no bathroom and there is no safe.
I think they were like 16 when they did this.
16 years old.
All three of them in the band.
Bro.
A little backstory, if you may, like just a little bit, just like, you know, that, like I said, I think they're around 16, whatever.
Yeah.
At the time they came, you know, they are from Australia. They dropped this one. This one was, I think, their first single, or was there another one before this? No, I think it was there, and it was like just an instant hit. You know, some people said certain things. Some people were saying, their age, that they really serious? Can they really hold it down like that? Are they Some people were saying, this band that's just come out and they've just ridden on the coattails of grunge or whatever like that and so on. But at the end of the day, as they kept going on, they proved themselves what's the word? They proved themselves
steadfast.
Yeah, whatever.
They made it through.
Yeah, they made it through.
Their haters wrong.
Yeah, and they ended up doing stuff where they did albums with orchestra sort of stuff, like well-known composers, which was I think was really good. Some of it was, most of it was good. They went from success to success, but then obviously it got a bit rough for the lead singer. The whole success, he was quite young as well. By the time he got into his 20s, the whole thing got a bit
to his head.
Yeah, a bit too much for him. And the bands, they started to have their own sort of issues and stuff like that. But
as you do.
Yeah, man, but still, it's one of your what? One of the ones that I used to listen to, back in the day as well. I was a couple of years older, but I was like, oh wow. I used to look back on these guys and go, oh, should I be? I don't know. They're quite young. Are they really doing it? Like, I don't know.
I didn't know that's a thing. What's the age got to do with the people being able to do it?
I guess because grunge. Okay, I'm saying it from my point. I'm not saying it from whatever people might have been.
Yeah.
But from my point, it was like, okay, because I was because I got into the grunge when at my teens. I guess that people were always older. So you're talking about like Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, whatever. So they always seem to be older. So the weight of the music was a bit more like there was a weight to it. But when now you're listening to people, if you get what I'm saying, that you
have to live life. It's the part where you have to have lived life to be able to talk.
You're feeling that there's weight in what they're saying because they're talking about adults, things and issues and blah blah blah.
Live till tomorrow,
right? But now you're listening to people that are younger than you and they're talking about these sort of stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. Do you really? Is this like?
What have you been through?
Yeah.
What have you done? I hear you. That's
go ahead.
It's interesting you say that because I picked up a lot of things just musically without you hinting at it. Because I don't know these guys. First time hearing them, but musically, I was gonna say it sounds very similar to everything that was coming out of that, like everything it had. And I'll tell you exactly what sold this song and got them to blow. It's the chorus, those chords, that riff. Like you had the gold rush back in the day. You had the gold rush.
Okay.
There's certain times where if you get in on a certain thing, you can really make a killing on it. So like now, the current gold rush is crypto. You have certain rushes where if you get in the market early, it doesn't matter who you are, if you put some in, you're going to get a lot out. I feel like back in those days, good riffs were a lot easier to find on the fretboard and come up with a sick song. And I think they stumbled across a nice juicy one that was fairly freshish, for the time. But when you listen to it in retrospect, immediately I was like, I can pick 5-6 songs like I feel like this is Frankenstein to make it into
the way it started, like the intro sounds like something we've heard before. I can't place it, but
I hear you. It sounds very Frankenstein. So that was musically, so it was already making me a little bit okay, cool, I've heard this before. But apart from that, it being Frankenstein has kind of made me be like, this is a dope song. Vocally, I feel like it wasn't. I feel like I like the guy's voice. I like his voice, but I don't think it was a good hook. I don't think the hook was great for me. I think what sold it was the riff, the guitar riff. And the musicality. Another thing I wanted to point out, the recording, the sound, like the timbre, like it sounded like a really bad recording. Like whoever engineered
I hear what you're saying.
The session just didn't know what he was doing. It sounded really budget.
I guess it did some the way that music was recorded back then as well was part of the character. So
Right.
like, you know, to have that sort of trashy sound.
I get it.
You know,
I get it.
kinda-
But it just sounded. I don't know. It's a fine line between trashy and like this is just not a good record. Like these are bad recording techniques.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, oh, this guy don't know what he's doing versus, you know, this is what we wanted to do.
I hear
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
I hear
for
you
me,
saying.
it was a decent song. Everything you said has cemented in me after now putting the two and two together. What you were saying and what I was feeling just through the song naturally, without, you know what I mean. So that's interesting. What are you grinning about on your computer screen?
Oh no, I'm actually grinning on what you're saying, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, you know. Toblerone, what you saying?
Kind of similar to John. Like in hindsight or retrospect, it's like I'm looking at it like, okay, this sounds very similar to everything else. Not everything else, but to a lot of things of that time.
Yeah.
And it's not really standing out amongst all of the stuff then.
Nope.
But I can imagine if you were at the time when it was coming out, you might be like, oh, this sounds really new and fresh, or nice. But I don't know in the timeline of when it came out and when the other stuff was coming out, I don't know if it was all the same. But
Kurt Cobain's influence on grunge and people's
it's so
sound
evident.
is absolutely insane. Now that I listen to more music, I'm just like, raw. Like he really inspired people, you know. And I think it's kind of not fizzled out till today's music, but you know, listening to music maybe 10 years on from when he passed, it's still like raw. People really like still trying to follow that mold.
Or even now?
Not now, back then after he passed, like maybe 10 years after, people are still trying to copy his book. Because when I'm listening to music, I've always got asked, when was this made? Like before Kurt Cobain or after Kurt Cobain?
I think it was just after.
Yeah, so the labels
like
are probably saying, just do. Can you do it a little bit more like you know, everyone.
That's Nirvana band.
Nirvana band, yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, I'm not really interested in those sort of bands because they don't. I'll rather go to the source. I'll just listen to
don't do it
Nirvana.
as well.
I'll rather
as
just listen to Nirvana and listen to all the albums that were created, and then just, you know, maybe one or two other bands that kind of encapsulated the sound at that time. But I don't need the number 50 guy.
Oh,
You know,
really?
This is number 50 guy that really did good, and it's like,
You know what? The funny thing is, we'll do more Silverchair in the future, and I bet you'll like the stuff that is mixed with the orchestra.
okay, cool.
Have you met anyone that's ever said that they don't like Smells Like Teen Spirit?
No, actually, Charles, I said I want us to play it for something, and he said no.
I only said that because it's been run into the ground. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
not my ground.
overly run into the ground. It's part of the ground. It's underneath. It's an underdweller, bro.
Wow.
Like
Okay,
you can't.
fair.
It's been done.
Fair.
Did.
What are people saying?
All right. What are the people saying? All right. Not much about the song, but
Okay.
let's see what they're saying. So let's boil it over. King Gizzard is catching smoke. No, what is that? Oh, okay, that's a Lewis Cole.
Okay. Well, we need to have a chamber of songs suggestions. Chamber of song suggestions.
Okay. Let me see. They've gone into talking about. I think they've gone into talking about Primus or
Primus. Yeah, I've seen some comments about Primus recently, and I'm just like, is that still a thing? Primus still a thing? Are they still going?
Or as in, are they still a band?
Yeah, we might get into some of that. Do we have any more reactions left?
No, we don't. We are done
we're
with
done.
our